The Indians 10 in a row. They try to make it 11 tonight with Anibal Sanchez. But who knows? Maybe he'll. This is where he turns things around. If you go to 97.1 The Ticket's Facebook page, you can see. Well, here comes Sarah walking in the room right there. There's Sarah walking in the room. There she is. There's Stoney. Which, by the way, Evan, I'm talking about the Cleveland domination over the Tigers. Look at Stoney's hat.
Oh, boo.
Major League Two.
Yeah, it's still the Cleveland Indians.
Whatever. It's a different hat every day. It just
Quite the band.
That is,
well,
yeah.
I can't. I bet you I haven't worn this hat in probably 15 years.
It's like you're fishing. You go fishing in that hat. You put it in your back pocket, go
Listen,
down to the creek.
But I've noticed that it's been that way for a couple of the hats.
Yeah, they have a
he
weird
makes
bend
it
to
like
them.
a roof peak instead
Yeah,
of a curve.
like a
It's
steeple.
Pointed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
which I don't know why anyone would do that.
Well, because it's better than if it's like the bottom.
Well, there are
bottom of the rock.
alternatives.
Yeah.
Look
See
at
how
Evan and Stone, or Evan and Bill.
Bill.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah, just a normal sort of.
They're like a normal curve,
Yeah.
like a
I
human.
don't know. I like it like this. What can I tell you?
That way the rain doesn't gather. It goes off on either side.
That's right.
It just goes off on either side. We were talking about the TSA situation where the teenage girl who was going to St. Jude's Hospital in Nashville, is it? And Memphis, getting treatment for brain cancer, which she goes every year. She has some issues, some disabilities. TSA didn't care. They slam her into the ground, and she's pretty bloodied up and spent the night in jail because they wouldn't listen to the parents who were saying, "Hey, she's got some issues, some TSA or some health issues. So go a little easy on her, maybe." Let's go to Amanda, who is in Southfield. What's going on, Amanda?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
So my story is a little similar. I have a son who has a cochlear implant. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that, but he needs it to hear. And so inside his head is a metal plate that helps connect it. And so he goes in through the scanner, and of course, they tell him to take off at least the first part. And so he takes that off, but he can't hear. And I'm just trying to, he's 11 years old, so I'm just trying to go, it's okay, just go through, I'll be right behind you. Well, then they started to do the search on him. And they're trying to talk to him, but it's almost as if, they're mocking him because he's looking at me and he can't understand what they're saying. And, I'm trying to tell them, like, hey, you know what, can he get his cochlear back and he can hear you? And they were just kind of like, whatever, just going through the
Real helpful.
Real helpful. And, and I just, as a mother, I just felt so upset because, if you would have just given him the the cochlear back, he could have just been more, able to
responsive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean
that's my experience.
That sucks, and I mean, thanks, Amanda. I know it's got to be a tough job. Not to mention tedious, not to mention stressful. You're dealing with people who are annoyed to begin with, the travelers.
Oh yeah.
Who are already annoyed at the process, who are already they want to just get through that line. They don't want to be there. So I get that the job is tough, but that's the job. And if you have someone with disabilities,
Exactly. When you have
bend a
anyone
little
with
bit.
special health conditions, why would you not? I don't understand why you would make it more difficult, it seems.
Or they just don't want to hear it, and they just, this is how they do it, and who knows.
Yeah, Tony says, "Don't think it's us. Welcome to the new America, what I like to call an open-air prison." Here's a good experience. So we were traveling to Las Vegas in February. A friend of mine forgot he had an open bottle of water in his backpack, got pulled aside, but they were actually really cool about it, cracked some jokes with us, and said, thankfully, somebody was keeping them on their toes today, whatever that means.
I guess it's all luck of the draw.
Yeah.
People who are in a good mood or people who want to take it out on you.
And finally, I'm a brown man, and whenever I travel with a beard, I get pulled aside for a random check. Clean shaved, nothing.
Really?
It's called profiling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stoney, have you ever been profiled?
I would say if you grew a beard.
Well, if I travel, if I lose that bet.
Yeah. The bet, by the way, is Michigan is 9.5. That's the over-under on wins for Michigan football this season. Tom, our producer, executive producer, says they'll be over. He thinks 10 wins. You, which I think more people lean toward, is that it'll be less than 9.5. Probably not.
The betting public has it more towards over, I believe.
Oh, really?
Because Michigan, for some reason, is very popular with the bettors.
Okay, but there's also reality. I
I
mean,
know. I agree.
So whoever loses the bet, Tom or Stoney, the loser has to grow out all of their hair for 3 months. That means your face, your ears, the top of your head,
No hat during that period.
your crotch.
Yeah.
But his junk hair is
Everything.
already grown out. I mean, I don't think it would be possible for it to be. Is it back to that
Thatch.
level of?
Is it the robin's nest again?
Yeah, but it's going to get
Yeah.
shaved shortly.
Evan, why don't
Whoa,
you go
whoa,
over there
whoa,
and
whoa.
go
I'm
see what Stoney's working with over there.
I'm gonna manscape again. I wasn't
You
just a
are?
one-time deal. Yeah.
I didn't think you had been convinced that it was
Yeah.
even worth it because you didn't
Yeah.
get that much of a reaction from your lady
She
friend.
liked it. Nothing great, but she was fine.
Well, no,
She likes it the way it is.
were you just gonna bust out the razor for special occasions, or when is this gonna
Yeah,
happen?
I don't know.
Yeah, we got a wedding this weekend.
Next month.
Look, it's the shape of a dice.
You ever do a landing strip?
No.
Come on, honey. I'll guide you in. Let's go this way. Well, there was a baseball game last night, and 0 for 10.
Yeah, they can't beat the Cleveland Indians. They lose 5-3 last night. A lot of subplots to this game and the whole series. You had a 2.5-hour rain delay. You find out before the game that Jordan Zimmerman's got to go on the DL because of a neck strain. So Anibal Sanchez pitches game 2 of the series, which is tonight, right here on 97 on the ticket. But last night's game was weird. Daniel Norris had to get pulled in the third because he had an oblique strain. Dustin Mulligan, who got called up from Toledo, just drove there at 4:30, got there in time for the game. He came in and did a nice job. Tigers were down 3-1 until Nick Castellanos tied it.
Right stands for Nick. Cocks the bat high to the right shoulder. Fly ball left field off his bat. Way back in left, and it's gone. A home run. Nick Castellanos carries the big wall in left. Well over the wall. Home run number 15 is a 2-run shot. Tigers have tied it at 3 in the 6th.
But in the 7th inning, for the 14th time in his career, in 222 at-bats, Mike Napoli broke the tie.
Strike one to Napoli. Fly ball left field. Wow. Way back and gone. He hit it a mile. Number 17 for Napoli was an absolute no-doubter. Two-run shot makes it 5-3.
Yes, it was a fastball, Jim Price. Bruce Rondon served it up, and it's a shame because he's been pitching pretty well lately. They lose 5-3, like we said. They had a couple of other chances. Double play ended the 8th inning, and double play ended the game. And they go at it again today, and it's just tonight. And it just sucks that they can't beat Cleveland because they're 44-29 against everybody else.
Yeah.
They're 0-10 against the freaking Tribe.
So even if they won half of those games, they'd be
right
there,
there,
first place.
basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
they'd be tied for first or right around there.
Yeah. Well, Cleveland has the best pitching in the American
Yeah.
League. There's no doubt about it. Their hitting has been better than expected, and it's only going to get better once Michael Brantley comes back. So the Tigers are going to be interesting. Have some decisions to make, especially depending on the health of Zimmerman. He's on the DL. Especially, we'll find out today how bad Norris's oblique is. If it's as bad as last year's, then they bring up guys. Do they actually make a trade at the deadline for some people? I know Tampa is probably going to want to get rid of some of their pitchers, whether it be Drew Smiley or Chris Archer or somebody like that. Whether the Tigers.
Do you like the stirrups, by the way? Chris Archer.
Yeah, I do like.
I do too. I think it looks
By
cool.
the way, speaking of fashion, Miggy's shoes last night were awesome. They had stars. It was like special
for
July.
the- right,
yeah. They were pretty cool. I'm sure he'll sign them and they'll be on auction pretty shortly. What do you think there, Evan?
Evan, you can buy them up.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna go
Yeah,
buy
the
those?
cameras
They
are
will
gonna
go
buy 'em.
game worn. Those shoes are at least $1,000. What do you think?
Yeah.
Minimum? Yeah. Probably.
Oh, really? That much?
Oh yeah. They were sweet, and I'm not a shoe guy. I think
They're cool.
They were pretty snazzy. If you ask
You
me.
made a nice play behind first base. Ready
Yeah.
to run and almost crush the runner coming at him.
I know. I know. I did the the disloyal thing. I watched the game on ESPN last night because I like to get the flavor of what other people say about it. And they were talking about how Miggy's so much of a better defensive player than people think. And all
Oh,
that,
yeah,
all that
yeah,
kind of
for
stuff.
sure.
So, They go at it again. It's Anibal Sanchez. Anibal Sanchez.
What's his name?
Anibal Sanchez. He's been so horrible this year. And I know they said they're going to give him another start, too, in Toronto before the break. If he, you know what's the bet again,
Yeah.
they should
Bullpen.
not. He should not have him start again. Then they got to think about bringing Boyd back, who might take Norris's place, or even Shane Green as a starter again. But Shane Green's been so good as a reliever.
Yeah, it seems to be.
I don't know if you want to do that either. Some major decisions have to be made.
248-539-9797.